Burkina Faso's president Ibrahim Traore has revealed an important, thing, which is Benin and Ivory Coast working with France to destabilize Burkina Faso. Now, this was revealed by Captain Ibrahim Traore while he was addressing the nation on Thursday, meaning the Burkinabes. So he mentioned that actually there are bases both in Benin and Cote d'Ivoire, which they are training terrorists, which are trained also in collaboration with the French military, which is already there. Now, this is not new for us, particularly when it comes to Benin. Benin has been sabotaging Niger since for the last, I think, 2-3 months actively. And in fact, because of that, Niger has to halt its crude oil export, which was going through via Benin's port. Now, Ivory Coast also is one of the, we know what Alassane Ouattara, the president of his fourth termer in Ivory Coast, doing the coup d'etat on the constitution and every time prolonging his power. And he was an errand boy, an important errand boy for France and for the West in general. And the way he came to power itself is with the help of France. Actually, they have thrown a very good Pan-African leader of Ivory Coast, and they brought Alassane Ouattara because Alassane Ouattara is their guy. Now, these two countries are actively engaged, according to Captain Ibrahim Traore, not sabotaging, actually, it's declaring war against Burkina Faso. It's in a few kilometers. They both are neighbors for Burkina Faso. Now, this is, of course, Captain Ibrahim Traore said they have evidences including an audio recording that, this French military talking, training these terrorists and also healing them, like treating them as well. It's really sad, it's really sad. It's always our own people at the end who are kind of doing the final job for the white people or the West or the imperialists, whatever you want to call them. And in this regard, now in the Alliance of the Sahel states, it's Benin, it's Ivory Coast, it's Nigeria, it's Senegal, it's Togo, it's all of them. It's in all this surrounding the ECOWAS, 3 countries against, it's 15 countries are member to ECOWAS, 11 or 12 countries against 3 countries. That's how the situation is. And in the next few days, Captain Ibrahim Traore said they will put the evidence out there for a public. He even mentioned in Benin a place called Kambi and Porca or something. That's where the terrorists are training. And recently, I think less than a month, we all have heard all this mainstream media coming and talking. Hundreds of people have been killed by the terrorists, hundreds of militaries of the Burkina Faso force. And even they went to the extent saying that Captain Ibrahim Traore has fled from his palace. And in less than 24 hours, he came and he was even outside giving a press briefing to actually teach his own people how much lie this mainstream media put on them, and that unless they are careful, they're gonna be more lies. So he was there. It was not in his office or in anything. He was outside giving a press briefing just to debunk this false propaganda by the mainstream media. Now, so he said he's gonna put out those evidences. And He also mentions that some people might say that, Captain Ibrahim Traore, like a state leader, should not talk about like that, accusing other state leaders. But he said, when it is true, it is true. There is not something that Burkina Faso is going to hide. And he made it clear, remarkably, that Burkina Faso has nothing against the people of Ivory Coast. Burkina Faso has nothing against the people of Benin, but they have something against who are running those states. The system that's completely led by the imperialists, using those puppets, Patrice Talon of Benin and Alassane Ouattara of Ivory Coast. Let us listen to this of what Captain Ibrahim Traore said together, and it's in French, but there's a translation with it in English. And Uplifting Africa is where the footage is taken, so I shall thank this platform. Let us hear it together.
We have also opted for a diplomacy of truth. We do not intend to put ourselves in a certain logic, to lie or to cover up the reality, saying that it is diplomacy. It is false. This is not diplomacy. I can tell you that what you see in superstructure, when people come to an audience and come out to speak on the microphone, it is only a visible part of the iceberg. What happened inside, it has nothing to do with diplomacy. We are therefore inscribed in this logic to say things clearly to the people. Some will criticize us, others will even say that no, a head of state should not speak like that. A head of state should not do that. But we tell them that maybe those people who criticize in this way, when we tell the truth, maybe they have a school where they have learned how to be a head of state, how a head of state should be. Otherwise, I have not yet seen this school. And why do we necessarily have to be like others, do like others? We want to create our model, our identity. And I think that Burkina Faso, by definition, is an integral human being. We want the truth. And when the truth comes out, even if we made a mistake, we must have the courage to come and tell you on which side we made a mistake. We ask for forgiveness. If you forgive us, you forgive us.
Stop de schuldenindustrie en teken de petitie. Kun je in Nederland iets niet betalen? Dan word je op hoge...
We no longer want to be inscribed in this false diplomacy. In an interview, we talked about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have something with those who run the Ivory Coast. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is a center of operations in Abidjan to destabilize our country. No one can deny it. And we will show you the proof in the next few days. We will show you physical proof. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come and tell us that in Benin, there is no French base directed against us. We have the proof in our hands. Two important bases. No one can contest them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Benin people. Here, we have a problem with the policy of the Benin leaders, and we say it loud and clear. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kambi and the other towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Tracks have been redeveloped, more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land, people equip and train terrorists there. We have audio recordings of French agents in Benin who play the center of terrorist operations. They carry out operations with them. They help them heal. They do everything they can there. We have all the details about them. And you don't want us to tell our people? We will say it. If you don't want it, if they don't want it, let them stop behaving like this. It's simple. We have not forced anyone to take their independence. If you decide to stay in your situation, but don't take your countries to make them rear bases, because it is your populations that will suffer afterwards. And it's not a good policy. We say it by experience, and I always repeat it. Burkina has been a rear base to destabilize some countries, and it's not good. Burkina has been a rear base for terrorists here. This is the price we pay. So to prevent the people of this country that I speak of from speaking to their leaders, and for them to stop this policy, because it doesn't suit them at all. You have heard him state out these facts himself.
Now, as you have heard, Burkina Faso's president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, have come out deliberately and delivered these facts to the nation. So there is no mistake or there is no wrong can be done when that you hear, for example, Burkina Faso go on a defense mode or fighting Benin or Cote d'Ivoire if something breaks out, so that the people are informed, not only his people or the nations that he's leading, but also us who are here. These kind of things definitely are not transmitted by the mainstream media, but we have to act responsibly. That we have heard, and we have to really defend these people against the evil that France is organizing against the Alliance of the Sahel States. It can be Burkina Faso, but from now on, I think we just call them the Alliance of the AES or AES, so that whatever platform we have or whatever we can do, we can throw our little 2 cents to defend this revolutionary in the continent. If we witness and stand by the corner, as Bob Marley said, how long shall we stand by the corner and see our prophets are taken? We will be just that kind of generation. And there's so much consciousness, so much awakening for us not to act. Captain Ibrahim Traore, General Abdurrahman Tiani of Niger, and Colonel Asim Goita, what they are leading is a revolution. And they know that what they are committing into. They know that there will be so much challenges. They have nothing but their own people and us. So they need to be protected by all means. If you have an organization, a platform, if it's a platform, go and talk about it, sensitize the people. The people of Ivory Coast themselves, the people of Benin themselves should go against their own government who are preparing and collaborating with France to attack Burkina Faso. The people there have to be the one who leads the revolution. Yeah. So That being said, now then you see how the people of Burkina Faso have reacted to his speech. But let me tell you, now every action has a reaction. Now those people, the people who have fled from the village because there was an attack of Burkina Faso's military, and look what the youth are talking. I'm going to share one video with you, which is an interview made by CGTN, the Chinese media, talking the people who have fled their place. I'm going to play it for you.
Alidou also recounts the horror he experienced.
The terrorists burnt our granaries, killed our brothers and chased us from our fields. In my family, they killed 5 people, and they target those whose children were soldiers. I ask our president, Ibrahim Traore, to enroll us to fight these terrorists. Even without pay, I'll go and fight, because all I want is peace in my village, where hundreds of people were killed. There are no more shops or granaries. Nothing is left.
Both of these men hope for a chance to fight against the militants. In late 2022, Burkina Faso's military junta began a campaign to recruit 50,000 civilians to join its volunteer defense force and work alongside the army. This was after repeated attacks that the army was unable to contain. The International Crisis Group reports up to 60,000 volunteers were mobilized by the end of September last year. For the young people still in Ouagadougou, they hope to be successful at the next recruitment session. Caroline.
So the youth want to volunteer for the military service. And I think one time here also we have shared with you Captain Ibrahim Traore making a speech to the voluntaries of the military, for the young people. So people, at the end will back their own government to defend their land. And it's a big mistake what Benin and Ivory Coast are doing. It's not only declaring war against Burkina Faso, but also it's declaring war against their own people, against, the people of Benin, against the Ivorian. So hopefully there will be a responsible reaction from the youth of Benin and Ivory Coast, asking for transparency and demanding their own government to withdraw from such action and do the right thing. Otherwise, it's gonna be, we all are seeing what we are seeing in Kenya, the Gen Z, what they are doing, and it's very easy that can be transferred anywhere else in the continent. So the world, not only Africa, the world is watching what's happening in Kenya. Nobody has expected this. And the people, so many times what our leaders make a mistake is that they think that the power is whatever military equipment or whatever they have, it is their power. But the power is within the people. That's what it is. Let us know in the comment section, what do you think of this? And especially if you are from Benin, a Beninese person or Ivorian, I really would like to hear from you. I'm going to put my email here, the Connect Africa email, and please drop us an email and we invite you for a discussion here and, explain to us what the people of the young generation of Ivory Coast and Benin are thinking of, meaning such actions of Patrice Talon of Benin and Alassane Ouattara of Ivory Coast. We really would like to hear from you. Other than that, thank you everyone for rooting here, for tuning and supporting and engaging at Colin. Okay. At Colin Roach. Hello, this is you are from Barbados. Good Gize Geta, child of God, common man, 80, fairly long, Shelby. Tichala, what a nice name, the Juma Boutique. Who am I missing? Oh, Mohammed Musa Ali, you're the first as usual. And all of you, thank you very much for all your engagement. And yeah, definitely, if you have also, even if you are not from Benin or Ivory Coast, if you have any idea how we can help to reverse this, otherwise us coming and talking here has no point if we cannot make a difference. So drop us an email or share it in the video in the comment section. If you want to help us further, go ahead and please donate to our PayPal account. You can find it in the description section. Thank you very much for all of you who are donating. In probably in 20 minutes, myself and Kwame will be back here continuing the conversation on Nigeria, because today another important article came out. So we're gonna be talking a short discussion here. It will be interesting. So tune in again. Until then, ciao, ciao from me.